Hello, this is an information video on Mr. Elbling's grade 11 CST math class for the 2024-25 school year. And first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me, Mr. Elbling. My educational background is that I studied math and physics as well as education at McGill University. And a few years ago, I did a master's degree in educational studies at Concordia. I've been teaching math and science, but math the whole time for about 20 years now. I taught at Centennial Academy. I've been teaching here for the last 8 or 9 years at Selwyn. And for 1 year, I worked in northern Quebec in Coudreau. I included a picture just because it's so cool. Look at my frozen eyelashes. And while I teach at an all-boys school during the day, I also have experience teaching boys at home because I have 2 boys of my own. This is Stephen and this is Jack. So boys education is something of a passion for me. A little bit about the grade 11 CST course itself. It is designed to give students an overview of varied, very different mathematical topics that they might use in their future studies. And because they are so different and varied, there's background and then some depth in each one. And what that ends up meaning is that there are fewer topics in the course. And it means that this course is really designed for students to do well if they're able to be consistent with their work and effort. And on that note, it's really important. My expectations day to day are that students work hard. That's number one. If they are able to work hard day in and day out, they will be successful in this course, and I'll do everything that I can to support them. Number 2 is to be respectful to one another, to me, to themselves, to the classroom and the school. And 3 seems a little bit like number 1, but don't give up is a really important one because since there are such different varied topics, eventually it's normal for students to come across one that is not intuitive or easy for them. And if they can keep up the effort and don't give up on themselves, they'll, like I said, they'll be successful in this course, and I'm happy to support them every step along the way. Day-to-day math class will usually start with a warm-up activity or a recap question to review something that we had done the previous day. Students will always have an opportunity to ask questions about the previous day's homework, to check in with some of the work that they've done. We'll typically go through some new content, and then I try to give students a little bit of time to practice that in class so that they don't go home and realize there that they have no idea how to complete homework. That's what a typical class looks like. In terms of finding important information, on my Selwyn is where you'll find everything. But specifically on the topics tab is where all of the course content for the year can be found. And I've already posted the topics in case anybody wants to preview. If you click on each one, there are typically some notes and PowerPoints, as well as the handouts. This is an old version, but the new ones will be updated as we go along. And next, also on my Selwyn, an important tab is the assignments tab. It's where I'll post daily homework, any assignments that come up. Quizzes will be posted there as well. And so we'll test, although for the first test of the year, I'll probably email students and parents as well, just to make sure that everybody is organized and ready to start off the school year on the right foot. In terms of homework and assessment policies, there will be homework just about every day that we have class. And it's not meant to be a punishment, but it's important that students keep up with the work and develop a little bit of mathematical muscle memory, practicing what they've done to be sure that they can apply it. We'll have quizzes about once per week, and I'll typically give 1 to 2 days notice on that, but be prepared to have about a quiz a week. The reason that we have so many is twofold. One, I want to know early if there's anything that a student doesn't know, but also because we have so many quizzes, each one ends up not being worth so much. And we'll have about 1 to 2 tests per unit, depending on the size and length of the unit. And I'll always give a week's notice on that. And like I said, I'll email at the start of the year for those. Students who are looking for extra help, as we have done in the senior school for a while, every Monday and Wednesday in the Macaulay basement from 3 to 4, there are math tutorials where there will be at least some of the math teachers. Some of them also run ECAs, and not everybody is there all the time. But if it's on an off day, not Monday or a Wednesday, please email me. I think my reputation is that I'm quite good at responding to emails. And I think it's because I am quite good at responding to emails. So please email me if you have any questions, and either I can try my best to answer by email, or we can set up a time to meet outside of a tutorial time. And finally, also available on my phone, there's a bunch of online resources that are made in-house. So some of my video lessons are there. There are some PowerPoints, some notes put together by some of the other math teachers in the department, all of which are very helpful. And finally, just to let you know a little bit about the grading, it's the same as it has been in math in other years. The math marks come from situational problems and mathematical reasoning, the term breakdown of grades, and then within that mathematical reasoning, tests, quizzes, and participation make up the bulk of the grades. And then just to mention, every term I'll end up dropping the worst quiz. I don't think anybody should be penalized for having an off day. And that's that. If you have any questions now or throughout the year, please feel free to email, and I will always do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. So wishing everybody a great year. Students, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys in class, and parents, I'm looking forward to meeting you at Parent Info Night. Thanks for watching the video.